go back at it once again with elite weather, and we're going to talk about severe weather once again for your Wednesday coming up. Now, we're going to have some severe weather out there for your Tuesday today across the central plains, central and southern plains from Texas into Oklahoma and Kansas, all the way up to about the southern tip of Iowa. Could see some of that severe weather today. You can have some isolated tornadoes and some large hail, damaging winds, and some heavy rain in some of that slight risk area where you can see that severe weather. But I think tomorrow we're going to have a greater severe risk across the southeast. So Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana, them folks can see a moderate risk of severe weather. So let's move and take a look at the service analysis right now. And here is the SPC Outlook for this area for your Wednesday. And we're going to see that moderate risk for severe weather, especially across central Mississippi. You're going to see those tornadoes can be quite strong, some strong tornadoes, F2 or stronger, large hail, strong damaging winds, heavy rainfall with flooding. So we're going to have it's going to be a huge mess out there if you're in Mississippi, especially tomorrow. I anticipate all the storm chasers, Reed Timmer, and all those guys are going to be out there chasing those storms all over the South tomorrow. So we'll see that extending into Mississippi, parts of Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, pretty much the entire deep South is going to be under the gun for that severe weather. So it's going to be tornadoes all over the place, large hail, damaging winds, the whole bag of severe weather is going to be out there. And some folks even going to have a fire danger as well. So it's going to be quite the afternoon for your Wednesday coming up. Here is the some of the big things to look out for with this storm. We're going to have tornadoes. The tornado threat is moderate. The damaging wind threat is going to be in the high category as there's a lot of shearing out there. So we're going to see quite a few tornadoes possibly and damaging wind. You could have multiple tornadoes on the ground at the same time, and they're going to be long track tornadoes. So we're going to talk about tornadoes that can travel 20 miles or more. We'll see those damaging winds. Also, some winds can approach 80 to 90 miles per hour in certain situations with some of those storms out there. And large hail, I think it's not going to be as big of a threat as because the storms aren't very tall. It's going to be kind of a low level, lower atmosphere type situation. So I'm not going to see those. I'm not seeing those lapse rates that generate a lot of hail. So we're not dealing with the 60,000 foot cloud tops. I think more about 30,000 feet heights. So we're not going to see as large a hail. But flooding is going to be could be a problem because of the moisture fetch coming up off of the Gulf of Mexico. Going to be a lot of moisture out there, high humidity, high dew point. So it's going to be the potential for heavy rainfall exists. So you could have a problem with excessive rainfall with a lot of these storms as well. Now, we can get large hail, especially if you're in a tornadic storm. So this is why we do have this slight risk for hail, because hail and tornadoes kind of go hand in hand together. They kind of as a sign of each other. So you see hail, large hail, usually there's going to be a tornado nearby, and tornadoes also you're going to see large hail nearby. So they kind of go together hand in hand. So here is our convective mode with this storm. So what we're going to see is supercellular storms. So what we're going to have here is individual supercells that will become multicellular as the day progresses. As the event unfolds, they will become multicellular. Now when you get to supercellular, that's when you have your large tornadoes, massive hail, heavy rain, and damaging winds. That's kind of the situation when you have discrete supercells. And then we're going to have multicells. So that's when it becomes multicellular, then you'll see that large hail, gusty winds, and that heavy rainfall. So that is what the convective modes will be of this activity for your Wednesday. As we look at the severe threats, we see that tornado threat is going to be moderate, as well as the large hail threat is moderate. But the damaging wind threat is going to be quite high with this storm system. Like I said, those parameters for the straight line winds are really impressive out there. So there's a lot of shear and a lot of bulk shear out there. So we're going to see those strong winds with some of those thunderstorms. So when it comes to our convective setup, the instability is high. We got a high instability. It's one of the reasons why we're going to see these storms develop quite quickly. We're going to see those tornadoes out there. We're going to see that heavy rain and damaging winds. We got a lot of shear, which is another reason why we have that moderate tornado risk, because we have a lot of twisting of the atmosphere. You look at those photographs, you see those that bend and that twist in the atmosphere. So we'll see that potential exists out there for those tornadoes. So with that high bulk, with that high shear, not a whole lot of upper level support. Like I said, they're not very tall cloud tops. We're about 20,000-30,000 feet instead of that 50,000 feet. Well, where we often see, we will see that more as we move into the summer. But right now we have a lot of storms that are being supported by frontal boundary. So we have a frontal boundary. We do have our triple point with this storm system. So we'll see that moderate upper level support for these storms. Now, you're going to get tornadoes because tornadoes are mostly in the low level. So I'm not going to see. That's why I'm not calling for as much in the way of large hail, because it doesn't have the upper level support to support large hail. So our overall threat for this storm system is going to be in high category, because this will happen. So it's going to happen. We're going to see these conditions for your Wednesday across the southeast. And here is my confidence in this storm system. The severe threat across Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Arkansas. It's going to be at a moderate. I'm going to put it at a 7 out of 12 scale on this for this event. So we'll see that severe weather. Really, it's going to be an interesting situation out there. We'll have the storm chasers out going around looking. I'm going to track this situation, and I'm going to make a broadcast anytime if I see anything that's particularly dangerous that people need to be made aware of. We're going to go on the air and go live and track that situation. So that is a look at the severe weather threat for your Wednesday. Remember to check my Tuesday video that I posted about the severe weather across Texas and Oklahoma today. Thanks for watching this video. I'll be back later with another video and more weather stuff. So remember to hit that like button, leave your comments, and also hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and have a great day.